catch by Jay Nathaniel. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Junior taking a shot deep. Open target! From left to right, sets off. Oh,
Down!
watch him, he's gonna step. He's gonna go for it. Fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to CFSL, brought to you by PX1 Sports. And today we're looking at Florida up against the Alabama Crimson Tide. My name is Morty. I'm here with Valente. How we feeling, my man?
I'm feeling great. First, we want to apologize for the technical difficulties on the late start, but we got a good game here tonight as Florida looking to get back over 500 and get their second win in the conference. Bama's still looking for their first win. They could get it tonight.
The Gators looking to take a bite out of the Crimson Tide as return here for Alabama. Takes them down pretty far up. That's not a bad spot to start for Alabama.
Yeah, solid return there by Freeman.
As we're getting started at the 30-yard line, straight down the middle, two receivers on the right side. Let's see how this goes. Ball in hand for Thomas. Throws off to the right side. Finds a couple yards for Jermaine Wise.
Get a great throw early on there. Gets his man Jermaine Wise. Able to get a nice 3-yard gain. See if we can keep the offense rolling.
2nd and 7. The right hash mark. Snap goes through. Hand off to the halfback who runs up just a tad. Almost down at the first down line. 3rd and inches. Booker Travis picks up a couple yards.
Yeah, that first contact there early in the backfield, but he's able to fight through all that contact and get a nice gain. We got a 3rd and inches here.
We love a good fight, and that's exactly what Booker put up right there. His 3rd and inches. Let's see if they can make that happen. Almost taken down to the back line. A swarm of Gators just took a bite out of Booker, and now they're 4th and 1.
Yeah, Joe Wayne able to make that tackle before the line to gain, and it's going to force the Crimson Tide to punt.
Yeah, and that's just how it's going to go, because imagine if they didn't make that play happen, the Gators would have the ball more than halfway down the field. That's just a smart play to happen, so I respect that.
And a solid return there by Keith Smith, going to give the Florida Gators, solid starting field position.
At the 33-yard line towards the left hash mark, but not all the way over. Two receivers on each side. Bear Michaels and the rest of the Gators here on offense are going to get things rolling. Good throw, finds a couple yards. Victor Acuna.
And a solid throw there. That's the freshman from Dallas, Texas, with his first catch of the game.
Yeah, those Texas boys know how to play ball. I'll tell you that much. So taking it to this level, I'm sure he'll be just fine. Bear's got his hands on the ball yet again. Quick dump down the middle. Goes to Colby Coffey. That's a great throw. 3rd and 3.
And a solid throw there, and a big 3rd and 3 coming up here for the Florida Gators offense.
Just 3 steps away for them to get to first down and get those chains moving. Bears looking for another target in the backfield, but swarmed into the pocket. Forces him to throw early to Cullen Fletcher, who only finds 1 yard. Now we're 4th and 2.
He tried to give his tight end a chance to make the play, but good job by the Bama defense as they're going to get this ball back.
And something tells me if this game continues how we've seen it so far, this is going to be a defensive battle, and that'll be exciting to see as that return does get stopped very quickly. Xander Freeman couldn't find too much there.
And a solid field position here on the 30-yard line.
Looks like we're going to invest in the run here to Booker Travis, quite possibly. Great handoff, run straight down the middle like a bullet train. That guy's fast.
Yeah, like a bullet train. He saw a hole and he took it, able to get a nice gain of 7 yards and a 2nd short here for the Bama offense.
And the Gators D-line, if they blink, they'll miss it as Booker runs upfield. This time we're faking the handoff. Booker blocking. And great throw down the right side. Finds at least 20. It's a 21-yard reception for Austin Oaks.
Yeah, wide open as Oaks. I mean, you could have let that ball hang in there a little longer. There's not a single guy near him. A great play there from Thomas to Oaks.
Yeah, that was a nice floater right there. Love to see that happen for the Crimson Tide as they move those chains down. Now residing the ball at the 42-yard line. Right hash mark and 1 receiver on the right side. Looks like we might hand this off to Booker yet again. Runs up middle. Can't find too much, though. 3 yards is better than none.
Yeah, definitely better than nothing. They are putting together a really good drive here so far to start off. And they don't look to stop now.
Back up yet again. Let's see what we can do from here. One receiver up top. Booker's on the right. Play action moves another to the right side. Ball in hand for Thomas. Throws up middle. He's able to find it to Darnell Holmes.
And a solid gain there, but he gets absolutely tattooed at the line to gain. It's 3rd and inches. Got to see what they got to do here.
Big play here. This could be a nice run for Booker Travis if they want to invest in that run game, but looks like we might see a pass, though. One receiver on each side. This could go either way, really. Booker's in the back, though. Play action moves one receiver up a little bit closer to the line. That's a handoff to Booker. Tries to run up the right side, but gets taken down. They lose a couple yards there, 4th and 3.
And a great stop there by Damon Riggs, and a lot of Florida Gators there in the backfield, and just a great play all around. But Bama in no man's land. Looks like they're going to go for it here.
Smart play. I respect it. I respect the hell out of it. Handoff yet again, running up the middle. Marcus Davidson able to find 5 yards and get that chain moving.
And that's a walk-on, able to move the sticks for Bama. So good on him. They're going to keep this drive alive. Excuse me.
First down, yet again, the 30-yard line, right hash mark. A lot of room for Bama to play with. We're going to hand this off to Booker Travis, who swings out to the left side, but couldn't find too many yards out of it.
And that's a great play there by Darren Robinson to get a stop in the backfield for a loss of 3. The Florida defense doing a great job stopping the run here on this drive.
A defensive battle is what we're going to see here tonight as everybody lines up 2nd and 13, left hash mark, handoff yet again to Marcus, who runs up the right side, but a swarm of Gators are going to take a bite out of him.
Yeah, the walk-on getting super involved on this drive, but Evelyn able to make that tackle. Another one for loss. Bama 0 for 2 on 3rd downs, and they got a long one here.
This would be a wild 3rd down. 3 receivers on the left side, but instead we're looking for a pass up the right. Almost got picked off, but couldn't quite keep his hands on it.
Yeah, I like how he tried to get past the sticks, but either way, a dangerous throw there for Thomas, and almost picked off the other way, and it's going to be a short punt here.
Yeah, let's try and put the worst way possible for the Gators to try and come back from this. Let's set them as far back in the field as we can. Looks like a touchback.
And a great job by that Florida defense coming up big. Bend, don't break, and that's exactly what they did.
Still 2 goose eggs on the board, 1 for each team so far. No points achieved, no touchdowns, not even a field goal, but something tells me that might change as the Gators line up on the ball. The Bear having his hands on it. Big throw down the middle, but nobody was home.
Yeah, dangerous throw there. I believe KJ Jones was the man in the area in coverage.
2nd and 10, 2 receivers on each side. Call 3 on right. Bears got a lot of opportunity for this passing game, but that D-line is coming straight for him. He's forced to run to the outside. He's able to find a 1st down and then some, trucking right through one of the safeties. Bear Michaels picks up 22 on the rush.
That's the big 6'3", 285-pound quarterback, rumbling, stumbling forward, and he's able to get a huge gain there, 1st down and more. A lot of green grass there, as you can see, and just a great play by the quarterback.
Good Lord, look at that mammoth of a man at the quarterback position. That dude is a monster. Seeing him run upfield that fast must be terrifying if you're one of the defensive players here for the Crimson Tide. A lot of pressure in the pocket, forces Bear to go down, gets sacked for -5 yards. That is bad news.
A great play there by Peyton Lang. First contact there by Jared Cook, and a great play by that Bama defense to get a sack after a huge play to get some momentum going their way.
2nd and 15 towards the 38-yard line. And a lot of room that the Gators need to make up for. Faking the handoff. Bears going to hold on to it with this time running upfield yet again and tries to truck through one, but he gets put down.
Yeah, after that 2nd and long, he's able to get some more space to make this 3rd and manageable. Florida, though, 0 for 1 on 3rd down to start the game.
2 receivers on each side. A lot of pass protection. Forced to throw it quick, though. Colby Coffey picks up for 7. That's 1st down.
Yeah, that's a great play to move the sticks, and the Florida offense going to stay out there up past midfield. That's a great play by Bear Michaels.
3 receivers on right, 2 on left. The 48-yard line. More than halfway down the field. The Gators only have a little bit farther to go as Evelyn is able to pick it up.
That's the free safety, Evelyn De Jesus, there on the catch. And she's everywhere tonight so far.
Yep. And 2 receivers on each side yet again. Setting the tone. Good throw off the left. Was completely open. No pressure on Keith Smith. Able to secure a first down.
Yeah, great catch there by the running back. That ball hung in there and moves the chains for the Gators. They're putting together a good drive.
2 on right, 2 on left. Let's see what Florida can do here. Bear Michaels runs upfield yet again. Able to find 1 yard. That's better than none, I suppose.
And over on Twitch, we have a 1-yard touchdown run for Kelby Fulton as Tennessee is going to go up 10-3 on Florida with 8:45 left in the second quarter.
And back here on screen, 2 receivers on each side. Bear Michaels looks for a throw down the middle. Great slant from Stacy Smith will allow for another first down for the Gators.
And that's a great tight window throw there by Bear Michaels, and Stacy Smith is going to come down with that one every single time.
A lot of potential for a good throw here. We're getting close to the end zone. Big throw down the middle, but just a tad too high. Bear Michaels might have overthrown it a little bit.
And just sailed out one out of the back of the end zone. Probably wanted to be safe with it, live to see another down. I don't disagree with that.
Yeah. It's all about playing it safe here. This time we're handing it off, though, running upfield, but just ran into the backside of an O lineman. Keith Smith couldn't really get anywhere.
Yeah, swallowed up by a lot of those Crimson Tide jerseys, and a great play there by DeAndre Jackson. They're going to give that a tackle for loss to him.
3 receivers on the right side. Good amount of room in the pocket, but he's going to dump it quick towards Keith Smith yet again. Makes it 4th and 2. This could potentially be a field goal.
Wise person once told me, if you throw short, you're going to stay short, but Florida looking to put their first points on the board here with the kick.
I do agree with you there, but, man, there's nothing short about Bear Michaels. That guy is a monster, but ball does go through. That is a successful 3 points on the board for the Gators as we hand this one back off to the Crimson Tide. Let's see what they can do with it. That's smart. Let's kneel it down. There's a chance you don't get too much farther than that, so I agree with that.
Yeah, smack dab in the middle of the end zone. I love the decision for them to kneel it out there.
That's why I love football, man. It's not just a physical game. It's a mental game, too. You got to decide, do I really have the opportunity to make the extra yards here, or do I just play it safe and, not risk the injury, right? So I respect that for sure. As Crimson Tide have their hands on the ball yet again. Running upfield is Booker, able to find 1 yard. Can't get too much done there.
And a solid stop there for the Florida defense. Over on Twitch, we have a 68-yard touchdown pass to Lewis Faircloth for LSU as they tie it up at 10 with 8:06 left in the second.
2 receivers on right side. Booker's in the back, though. That's a handoff to Booker, but just did not get protected running up that swing. That is bad news.
Yeah, I don't really agree with the call that Bama's going for here. 2 straight runs to Booker Travis, and they've been eating that up well tonight. Bama 0 for 3 on 3rd downs. They got a long one.
2 receivers on left yet again. Booker's running up to block. Running straight downfield. Great throw. Perfect spiral to Jay Resort.
Yeah, that was a great throw there. That's his first catch of the night. Coulter Thomas getting warmed up. Look at that. Beautiful spiral hits Jay Reeser there for a nice 25-yard gain. That's going to move the chains and get them up to midfield.
And that's exactly what Bama needed right there. That is exactly what they needed. Way for them to link up and make something happen as they march their way downfield, more than halfway down at this point. And another handoff to Booker Travis. Shakes off one and gets taken by another.
That's a great four-yard run there for Travis as he shakes one guy off, like you mentioned. And Rome wasn't built in a day. If you get 4 yards every time, you'll never leave the field.
Brick by brick, the Crimson Tide, they're going to build their empire, but the Gators not letting it happen, not in their swamp. Only 1 yard found for Booker.
Yeah, and the Gators just swarming Booker Travis there. Bama 1 for 4 on 3rd down.
As we just finished up through the first quarter, it has been exciting so far. It's been a real defensive battle. 3 points on the board for the Gators and none so far for Crimson Tide, but something tells me that'll change going into the second quarter. Let's see how it goes. We'll see you in just a moment. And we're back on the field. Ball in hand for the Crimson Tide. First down on the left hash mark of the 45, more than halfway down the field for Bama. And let's see what they can do. Looking for a pass. Good amount of pressure in the pocket, but he's forced to throw way downfield. Gets deflected down by Shelley.
And Shelly Minchuk with a nice deflection there. Dangerous throw for Coulter Thomas, and the Gators are going to get this ball back here.
Forced to punt that one back towards Florida. Yeah, they're just going to let that fly. So that'll be a good position for Florida to start off with rather than trying to run that back upfield. I don't think they would have found too much there, so they're going to accept it right there at the 20. First down for Bear Michaels and the rest of the Florida Gators. 3 receivers on right side. Good amount of protection in the pocket. Lets him do what he wants to. We're opting to do a quick throw for Aiden to find 3. That's not too bad.
Yeah, clean pocket there for Bear Michaels, and 3 yards on the first down, they'll take it. It's positive yardage, right?
Positive yardage. I love to see it. A little bit here, a little bit there. Bear Michaels finds another throw up the middle, but gets slapped down yet again.
Yeah, tight window throw there, unfortunately, for Florida off the hands of Brogan Patrick. Good coverage there for the Bama defense, and it's 3rd and 7.
Not enough back yet again. A lot of pressure in the pocket, but Bear is able to succeed and find a good throw. Trucking through to Keith Smith is able to find a first down. A massive play there from Keith.
Yeah, we see a lot of screens on 3rd down in this league, and most of the time they don't work, and times like that they do a great play.
Bears got his hands on the ball yet again, looking for a throw down the right side, left completely open. Jeremiah Lucas picks up 19. Way to move down the field there.
And that's the 4-star freshman with his first catch of the day, and he's just wide open on that nice sit-down route. And beautiful play by the Gators, and Bear Michaels is heating up.
He's starting to get on fire. I didn't like how his arm looked in the first little bit of the game, but he's definitely been growing on me a little bit as a passing quarterback. This time we're hanging off, though, yet again. Keith Smith picks up 11 yards. Another first down back-to-back. Looking good for the Gators as they line up back on the ball yet again. The 36-yard line towards the right hash mark. 1 receiver on each side. But something tells me this could be a run here, but looks like Bear Michaels wanted to hold on to it. Flag on the play.
Could be intentional grounding.
Huh.
Automatic first down.
Looks like it's pass interference on the defense there. I'm going to be honest, I don't really know what the refs saw there, but Florida lives to see another down after that one.
I can tell you that Bama's not happy to see that as the Gators move down yet again. Quick dart down the middle, goes towards Stacy Smith. Great hands.
Yeah, and Bears getting a lot more comfortable with those tight window throws, and especially that connection to Stacy Smith hitting on that second one there.
3 on the right, 2 on left. Bears looking for a good throw. Not too much pressure in the pocket. He's forced to run outside, and he completely knocks down 1. Good Lord.
Yeah, Bear Michaels looks like a bowling ball when he runs, and that's a great run there for a nice 10.
Good Lord. That's a strike if I've ever seen it. Is lined up back on the ball, 2nd and inches for the Gators, and this time that bowling ball is looking to throw, and he gets a good toss off towards Keith Smith, picks up 10 yards. We're 1st and goal for the Gators.
Yeah, the running back's been very involved in the passing game. A nice route there, and over on Twitch, we have a 17-yard touchdown pass to Reggie James in Tennessee. He takes the lead 17-10 with 5:02 left in the half.
2 on the left side. Let's see what Bear can do with this. Good throw down the middle. Only finds a couple yards, but that's better. It does not go into hands.
Yeah, that was a big hit there. I believe Keith Smith was the target, and beautiful job there by the Bama defense.
Investing in the pass yet again. Or maybe Bear runs outside of this one again. That could be the move. Let's read the pass. Oh, great blitz from Bama, but does get red. Quick throw off to the left. Goes to Keith Smith, picks up 5. We're 3rd and goal still.
A good job there by Keith Smith to just fall forward for those extra yards, and great job by the Bama defense for being able to get there in time.
Looking for another pass yet again, but Bear's going to run upfield, but he is taken down just short of the end zone. 4th and goal. What do we do here?
A great job by the Bama defense, and Florida's going to kick this one.
And this might be another field goal. Yes, it is. That'll be Annie Range with the kick, and it's successful. Another 3 points on the board. Looks like we're going to see a breakdancing Gator on the field. That's a spectacle.
Love that.
The ball goes downfield. This time we're not doing the kneel. We're going to run upfield, see how many yards we can find. That's not too bad. A little bit farther than the 20, 25 for Xander Freeman. I like that.
Yeah, solid return there by Bama. They're going to start here at the 24-yard line.
And first down for Coulter Thomas and the rest of the Crimson Tide. Looks like this could be a run yet again. Look at Booker back there, but instead we're looking for a pass. Couple open targets. Big throw downfield. Does go to Jay Resor for 37 yards. Perfect throw there.
Yeah, perfect throw, even better catch, perfectly placed. And Jay Reeser just going to go up, head top Shelly Lynch Hawkins, and come down with that one for a huge gain for the Crimson Tide.
That was beautiful right there. I've loved what I've seen out of Jay so far. I love that he's not the go-to guy, but when you need him, he's there, and he does a great job. That's what I love about Jay so far as we invest back into Booker yet again for the run game, and he's pushed upfield for 11 yards.
Yeah, able to get through that first herd of Gators and able to fall forward for another chain-moving run.
Lining up back on the ball. A lot here on the line of scrimmage, but Coulter Thomas pushes back, looking for a throw downfield. Goes to Jay yet again for 9 yards this time around.
Yeah, he's been super involved on this drive. That's his third catch. He has 71 yards on the game so far.
Love to see what Jay is doing, but something tells me the Booker's back there for a reason. Might see a run up to the right side for him. That's a handoff to Booker. Runs past. That's an easy first down. Can we find more? Yes, we can. A 14-yard rush puts Bama at 1st and goal.
And great blocks up front. Able to find a nice lane there. Over on Twitch, we have a 1-yard touchdown run for Kylan Oden. LSU is they're going to tie it up 17-17 with 3:49 left in the half.
And another handoff. This time goes to Cash Crow, but couldn't find any yards right there. That was a big blitz from the Gators.
Yeah, I believe tight end lined up at fullback there, handed off, and gets absolutely swarmed by that Florida defense.
Yeah, I think that would have been a nice outside run if we're going to invest in Cash Crow. He's not the largest individual, so I think that maybe an outside run would be better for him. Booker tries to run up middle. It only finds 1 yard. We're now 3rd and goal.
And 2 straight runs on the goal line here, and you got to think they're probably going to try and air it out here, but Florida's most likely going to expect it, and they wasted their play calls early on.
Handoff yet again, but pushed way down to the back. Marcus Davidson loses 4 yards. This is surely going to be a field goal for Bama.
Yeah, 3 straight runs there for Bama, and I don't know if I agree with those play calls on the goal line. It was a weird sequence of events, but they're going to come out of this with 3.
Ball goes where it needs to. Another 3 points on the board. This time going towards Bama to get rid of that goose egg and try and even the odds out just a tad. And now we got to give that ball back to the Gators. Able to find 21 yards. Keith Smith does a good job of running upfield there. As we take a look at what we've seen so far in the game summary, and it's been a pretty even game so far.
Yeah, pretty even game. Florida has the edge just a little bit in yards, and of course a 6-3 ball game.
2 receivers on each side. Bear hands it off though. Keith Smith doesn't find any yards out of it.
That's a great stop there by Nikolai Storm. And over on Twitch, we have a 33-yard scoop and score by AJ Zachary for LSU to take the lead 24-17 with 3:12 left in the half.
2 receivers on each side yet again. Bear looking for a throw down middle. Good slant from Jeremiah Lucas, picks up 4.
That's a solid gain there for a 2nd catch of the game, and a 3rd and medium coming up for the Gators offense.
2 on right, 1 on left. But we do have Keith Smith back there investing in the throw. And with 4 around him, Colby Coffey stands up top. 14 yards found.
And that's another tight window throw by Bear Michaels. And of course, he's going to complete it like he always does. And a great play there by Colby Coffey, able to hold on to that one.
And 3 on right side yet again. I love that Bear is always ready for the passing game, but also he can just run it if he wants to. But this time we're investing in the run yet again from Keith Smith. Able to find 16. That's a good amount of yards there.
Yeah, a great lane opens up there, and he's just going to barrel his way through a bunch of Crimson Tide defenders for a nice gain of 14. And don't look now, Florida moving the ball really well on this drive.
And if you saw Keith right there, I mean, he definitely got a little pressure. Somebody's trying to hang on to his pants, but he just kept his feet under him, kept driving, and got a lot of yards. But this time we're going for a pass. No way! That was almost an interception from Thor Tyson, but couldn't get his hands on the ball.
A dangerous throw there by Bear Michaels, excuse me.
3 on right side, 1 on left. Bear looking for a throw yet again. Good amount of protection in the pocket. He's forced to throw quick, though. Great dump down the middle. Finds a lot of yards, and looks like we're taking it to the house. Touchdown for the Florida Gators.
That's a great play there by Jeremiah Lucas. He's going to get hit on that corner route and just weave through defenders to find the end zone. Florida able to take a 2-score lead here. That's a great play.
Big moves being made by the Florida Gators as they now have 12 on the board and looking to make it 13. I'm sure that will be no shocker here. Any range with the kick. Then it goes through. Great kick indeed. 13-3 is the score as we get close to halftime.
A pretty low scoring affair so far. The Bama defense just gave that one up. Hopefully for Bama's sake, they come out here in this 3-minute offense and score something.
And running up past the 25, almost made it to the 30. Xander Freeman does a good job of running upfield there and find a bit of a better starting point for the Crimson Tide to get this offense rolling as we're down at the right hash mark, the left hash mark of the 28-yard line. One receiver on the right side. Looks like this will definitely be a run game for Booker Travis, who runs up the left and finds 7.
Solid game there by Travis.
One receiver on each side yet again. This is another handoff to Booker, who doesn't find any yards out of it.
Yeah, probably like a half-yard gain there. Luckily, not a stop, in the backfield. Able to come out of that one with a little bit. And Bama 1 for 6 on 3rd down.
2 on right, 1 on left, but Booker's back there yet again. Booker trying to run to the left outside, but it can only find 1 yard. The blitzing from the Gators has been phenomenal. They've been reading this running game perfectly.
Yeah, and I'm just going to be honest with you. The 3 straight run calls from Bama, I don't see why they're doing that. Their receivers are getting open. They're constantly making plays. I don't understand why they have to keep going back to Booker Travis, 3 straight times.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much you can do when you're just so predictable like that, right? Because we've seen a lot of big things from Jay Razor, a lot of big things from Jermaine Wise so far, and Austin Oaks had a good couple passes so far in this game. So I think that a little bit more. Let's open the playbook a little bit. Let's see what's in there. But now the ball's back in hand for the Gators. Bear Michaels looking for a deep throw down the right side. No way that lands. Jeremiah Lucas steps out of bounds, but 52 yards on the reception. Look at this throw, man.
Yeah, wide open deep for Lucas. He's had a big game so far tonight. They're calling his name once again, and he just stepped out. If only he could have been a little bit more to the left, that one was going to the house.
And that dude has a cannon for an arm. Bear Michaels, great throw, and even better there from Jeremiah Lucas as we're close to the 20-yard line for the Gators. 1st down. Another throw goes out. Great slant from Colby Coffey, who picks up 9, and timeouts out for the Gators.
And a lot of time left here and just a short field to go for the Gators.
3 receivers on the left side. Bear Michaels looking for a target. Target acquired. Steps out of bounds. Colby Coffey does pick up 3, though.
Yeah, able to move the sticks there and just reset the chains, reset the downs. 1st and goal, you have pretty much 4 downs to get 9 yards.
1st and goal. You've got 4 plays to make this happen, Bear. Can you make it happen? Yes, you can. Jeremiah Lucas in the end zone yet again. Touchdown for the Gators.
And Bear Michaels is just absolutely electric, threading those needles on those slant routes. He's perfectly placed. Jeremiah Lucas with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And what once was an amazing back and forth defensive battle, the Gators start having a bit of momentum before we creep into halftime with 20 points on the board. And Bama has a lot of ground to make up for as they get their hands back on the ball. Moving past the 20, getting to the 25. Xander Freeman picks up 30 on that return.
A solid return, and if I'm Bama, you got to push that ball downfield. You have just over 90 seconds and all of your timeouts. I'd like to see what they can do here.
Look at all of these players on the line of scrimmage right here. That's, oh wait, we're going for a throw here. This could be a pass to Jay on the right. No.
Yeah, that one just a bit underthrown there. Luckily, they live to see another down with 2nd and 10.
Looks like now we're seeing a pass here. Look at all these receivers on the right side. Who's Thomas going to be looking for? Able to find Jay Resor for 5, 3rd and 5.
Yeah, nice 5-yard gain there to bring up 3rd and manageable. And Resor's having a really big game for Crimson Tide so far. I don't see why they don't go back to him here on this 3rd down.
And back up yet again, 3rd and 5 for the Crimson Tide. And the Gators have a lot towards the line of scrimmage, but they're waiting for that pass to go through. As out goes Booker Travis, out goes Jay, but a lot of pressure in the pocket will take down Thomas. 4th and 12, they're forced to punt.
Yeah, he gets swallowed up there by the Gators. And over on switch, we have a 25-yard touchdown pass to Daxton Bliss, as LSU takes a 31-20 lead on Tennessee with just 1 second left in the half.
And I'll tell you what, if the Gators can make something happen in the next 57 seconds, they could put Bama in a position that is almost impossible to come back from. I think that this next drive for the Gators is going to be very detrimental to how the rest of this game goes. And the timer is ticking. 57 seconds left. 3 receivers on the left side, the right hash mark of the 45-yard line. Let's see what Barrett can do. Looking for a receiver deep down left side, and it connects yet again, getting them towards the 15. Jeremiah Lucas has an amazing reception right there and rushing back onto the ball. We want to make something happen before we get into halftime. 2 receivers on each side, and Barrett looking for a target yet again. A good throw down the middle, but just a tad bit too far.
Yeah, this is going to give Florida a chance to reset, get in the huddle, call a couple of plays or call a play. Gives Bama a chance to reset here as well.
2 on each side yet again. Bear is surely looking for a throw. Good amount of protection in the pocket. Quick dump out to the right, but a tad bit too high.
Yeah, and a big 3rd and 10 coming up here. Florida 3 of 6 on 3rd down.
3 receivers on the right. Bear really wants to make this throw happen, but can we make it happen? Force the throw into the end zone, and it's not in. Oh!
Just a tad too far there for, I believe, Stacy Smith on the outside, and just a play that could have gone their way. They could have got 6 out of, but they're going to settle for 3.
And that's going to put 3 more points on the board for the Florida Gators as the field goal is successful. And that's good news. That is good news for sure for the Florida Gators. But Bama now have 20 points to make up for. And, I mean, they're not going to get the ball back after halftime. They're going to have to make something happen in these next 30 seconds, which, I mean, sounds a little unlikely to me. I don't know. This is looking a little lost.
At 3 timeouts, though, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to push it downfield and give themselves a chance at least.
Another thing, too, is that they've been investing so heavily in this running game. Now is the time more than ever to look at Jay, to look at Jermaine Wise. There's so many options for you to play with if you're Coulter Thomas. Let's take advantage. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Good throw down the middle. Great slant from Jay. Picks up 8 yards, but we're going to need a lot more than that to get to the end zone.
Yeah, they call a timeout to stop the clock, and they're going to rush back on the ball.
Left side has 2 receivers, 1 on right. And look at Booker back there. Coulter Thomas looking for an option yet again, but another handoff to Booker, and it doesn't go well. The Gators swarm the ball.
And a bit of a delayed handoff there to Travis. Thought that one might work out. They called a timeout, and it's 3rd and 1 here.
2 receivers on the left side. And let's see what Coulter can do. Does get deflected down. Great job from Darren Robinson.
And that was a huge deflection as Bama is going to punt this one back to Florida. And honestly, don't be surprised if we see Florida try and make something happen here on this next drive.
And the time is going. with 11 seconds left on the clock as Keith Smith goes down. Only 3 yards on the return, but it does put them on the 32. They've got about 60 so yards to make up for. I don't think this is impossible, but it's going to take a bit of a miracle to find something else out of this drive.
Yeah, it's definitely not impossible, especially when you have this guy right here. Jeremiah Lucas has been their big play threat all night long, and I imagine that Bama is going to key in on him. Look at that, 6 catches, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns. Maybe you try and get him going with the last 12 seconds of this half.
2 receivers on each side. And let's see who Bear looks at. Good amount of pressure in the pocket. He's forced to throw, though, but couldn't quite find anything.
Yeah, Brighton Lagarde in the area there, and looks like they were trying to get something going there. Maybe they might run it out now.
Darn shame as we line up back again. 7 seconds left on the clock, and it is going. Bear finds a throw. Down goes Johnny Scott for 3 yards. And that is the end of the first half, folks, with 23 points on the board for the Florida Gators and 3 for the Crimson Tide. But we've got plenty of time to work with. This game is far from over. What do you think the Crimson Tide need to do to get back in this?
I mean, we've been talking about it all night. They need to air that ball out a lot more. You know, Jay Reeser's had a pretty big game so far. Every time they've aired that ball out, it's kind of threw Florida off and, you know, helps them out. Much needed help there from all the receivers. So I would air the ball out a lot more. You know, probably try and abandon the run as it's not working as much. And, you know, if you're Florida as well, you just got to keep getting the ball to this man, Jeremiah Lucas, as he's been on fire tonight.
And with the Gators able to put so many points up already, what do you think the Alabama defense need to do differently?
I mean, they started off just fine. They defended it really well. I just think they need to find what juice they had, you know, in that opening quarter to get back into this one. While we wait for the kickoff, though, over on Twitch, we have a 3-yard touchdown run for Angel Martinez in Tennessee. They trail LSU 31-27 with 6:42 left in the third.
I think part of why the Gators are doing so well is that triple threat of a quarterback, Bear Michaels, who not only has a cannon of an arm, we've seen 52-yard throws already. He can read the run game really well. If he needs to hand it off, he will, and he can run the ball for himself. If he doesn't feel what's going on in the pocket, he's going to run upfield himself and make something happen. That's Bear Michaels for you. His kick return goes through, and not too many yards found for the Gators, but a little bit farther than what they're used to. The 25-yard line is where the ball will reside as 3 receivers on left sideline up to the line of scrimmage, and Bear looking for a target. Now the ball's in hand. Good amount of pressure in the pocket, though. Forces him to throw up right and goes towards Colby Coffey for a 27-yard reception.
And a nice floater ball there over a bunch of Bama defenders. Hits his man wide open. Colby Coffey able to come down with that one, and a huge play for the Gators offense and Nikolai Storm on the stop there.
1st and 10. Yet again, over halfway down the field, the Gators are looking good to start off this third quarter. This time we're handing it off, though, running up field. Man, that is a little guy who's putting up a hell of a fight there, Victor Aguna.
Yeah, that's the 3-star freshman from Dallas, Texas, putting up a heck of a fight there on that run.
It's not about your size. It's about how you use it. And Victor right there, for what little he's got going on, I'll tell you what, that was a hell of a fight that we saw right there. I love to see that going for the Gators. It looks like ball's back in hand for Bear, forced to throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, a lot of pressure up the middle there early on, and good on him getting that ball out. Florida 3 for 7 on 3rd down, and they got 3rd and 4 here.
3 receivers on right yet again. And Bear looking for a target way downfield. Almost got intercepted, but did not get complete to either the receiver nor that safety.
Yeah, that was a dangerous throw. Good coverage there by Xander Freeman on the outside.
41-yard field goal is the potential. It's going to be a punt instead. And let's see how far Bama can take it. That's a touchback.
A good punt there by Florida. Bama's going to get the ball here. Nice stop there for Bama. Let's see if they can create some momentum.
1st down for Bama. They've got their hands back on the ball yet again. And Booker Travis with the run upfield, able to find 8 yards. But we can't do that every time. I love the running game, but we can't do that every single time.
Yeah, I think wearing Booker Travis down isn't the idea that you want to go for. A couple runs here and there might help you out, but air this ball out a little bit more.
The ball's back in hand yet again for Booker, running up the right side. Great swing, is going to find first down. So you can't argue with results. I think we're in agreement here about the play choice, but I mean, you can't argue with results. They're moving chains. It just takes a little bit more momentum than that to really get things going. Lining back up on the ball. Booker yet again gets the ball, but runs upfield to only find 3.
Yeah, it's a solid 3-yard gain to start, this drive there. You see the play selection, 25 runs, 12 passes. I'd like to see him air it out just a bit more.
Back there, another handoff, this time going towards Marcus Davidson, but lost a couple yards out of that one.
Yeah, the walk-on getting involved. See, this is what I'm talking about. You got to give Booker Travis some time to rest, and, handing that ball off to the walk-on there, not the best choice. Bama 1 for 9 on 3rd down, and they got a long one here.
One receiver on each side. Play action, moves one over. And Coulter's looking for a target, but the pressure in the pocket is too much for him to handle. Sacked for 17 yards, and that's surely going to be a force of punt.
And a great play there by the Florida defense, and Michael Vasquez able to come up with that one. The 6'4", 275-pound defensive tackle swarms Coulter Thomas, and Bama's going to be forced to punt here.
Dude, that looked like an immediate visit to the hospital. That looks terrible. Looks like a pile up on the freeway that you just can't get through. That traffic is built up just a tad bit too much for Bama to work with. So ball goes back towards the Gators. Keith Smith finds 9 yards on the return. Stopped almost halfway downfield. The Gators definitely are in a good position getting back into the hand of this.
Yeah, the Gators going to have really good field position, and I hate to beat a dead horse or sound like a broken record here, but Jeremiah Lucas, they just keep showing him. We got to keep talking about him, right? He's been making big play after big play, and just a great play from a great player so far.
And Bear Michaels, the mammoth of a man, making his way back onto the field. 2 receivers on each side. 1 halfback joining him in the backfield. Faking the handoff. Bear's going to hold on to it. Runs upfield. Trucks through 2 and finds first down. Look at this man go.
Hey, it doesn't matter if it's the end zone or if it's the line to gain there. He just reaches forward for that first down. He's going to fight for every inch.
2 receivers on right, 1 on left. Halfback with him, but he's waiting on a throw. Great slant for Jeremiah Lucas. Picks up 13 yards.
And he's continuing his big game. That's his 7th catch for 181 yards on the night so far. We might have a player of the week contender on our hands.
We very well might. I don't think you're wrong about that at all. 3 receivers on the right side, and Bear looking for a target yet again. Forced to throw it away. Gets towards, it doesn't connect.
And a lot of pressure there from the outside blitz, and there. All you got to do is just hold on to that ball, and that moves the sticks, but the Bama defense does a great job of slotting that one away.
3 on right, 1 on left. Bear looking for a target. A lot of pressure in the pocket. Forces him to throw. Almost got intercepted there by KJ Jones. Good deflection, though.
Yeah, just a bit underthrown, and KJ Jones makes a good play by jumping that one. Almost went the other way, but a good play either way.
2 on each side yet again, but this time we're handing the ball off for a bit of a run game for Keith Smith. Does pick up 6 yards, but no first down found. Are they going to go for it, or maybe we go for a field goal here? I mean, we're definitely in position. That's exactly what they're going to do. Let's see how it goes as the kicker for the Florida Gators, Andy Rain, steps up. Good kick, and it goes right where it needs to. 3 more points on the board for Florida Gators, and Bama are down to 23, Val, 23 points.
And if you're Bama, you really like how that drive went for your defense, right? But the lead just keeps extending. You can't keep giving your offense a break and them not doing anything with it. If you're Bama, you got to move this ball downfield, get in the end zone for the first time tonight, build some momentum your way, and then we can have those conversations.
Meanwhile, over there on the Twitch is a 1-yard touchdown to Forrest Handler as Tennessee retake the 34-31 lead. That is a crazy place to be in, but game happening here on the field as well. Booker Travis picks up 4 yards on the run game, 2nd and 6 for the Bama Crimson Tide.
A nice solid run there. He's got 21 carries, and it's only the 3rd quarter.
Let's see how Booker can handle another handoff. Shirley, wait a minute, that's a pass going towards Booker yet again. And oh, he just slaps the crap out of one of them, but couldn't quite make it in. 3rd and inches.
Yeah, just a short yard to gain here. And maybe this might be a good place to hand it off to Travis.
And let's see what they do. That it is. Booker runs up the left side, able to find that first down for a 2-yard rush. And that's results, baby.
Yeah, all you needed was a few inches, and you got just a bit more than that. A nice chain mover run there for him.
And blinding back up on the line of scrimmage, a lot of protection going towards Booker. Let's see how this handoff goes. But that's not going to Booker. That goes to Marcus Davidson, but pushed down to the backfield to lose a couple yards.
Yeah, great play there by Aaron Grant. Just gets him down in the backfield, wrestles him down. A great play by that Florida defense. Bama just a little too predictable here on this drive so far.
One receiver on each side. Handoff goes towards Marcus Davidson, who's able to find a couple yards from there, but not enough to get a first down here. 3rd and 11 forces that 3rd down conversion. And let's see if they can make something happen here. 2 receivers on each side. Booker Travis in the backfield. Coulter has a lot of opportunity to play with. Looking for a pass, a lot of protection in the pocket. He's able to aim correctly, but goes towards Trey Beckham, who deflects it down.
Yeah, not a lot of room to work with there. Colton Thomas makes a dangerous throw, and they're going to have to punt this one back to Florida once again.
Another punt to Florida. 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. They're up 23 points, and they're just now getting the ball back. I don't think that Bama's seen grimmer days. I think this is honestly an awful look for them going forward. And I think that there's still a little bit of comeback potential because we have seen crazier things, but it's just all in that investment of Booker Travis and how it's just not paying off.
And it's just the predictability that's been their downfall so far tonight.
Right. Yeah, man, I think I would love to see what Alabama does with a bit more variety in their playbook, but that's we'll get on to that later on, as now the ball's in hand for the Gators. Keith Smith does pick up 5 yards. 2nd and 5 is the move.
He takes a shot there at the end of that run, but either way, great run there by Smith.
3 on left side, 1 on right. Bear might be looking for a throw here, but hands it off to Keith instead, who runs upfield and finds a first down. It is taken down, though.
Yeah, and Florida's got a comfortable lead. Still a lot of time left, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them start running the ball a little bit more.
Cole McDowell had a good swat down right there, and we'll see how much longer the Bama defense can hold the Gators. A good throw up the left side, able to find a first down.
And a good catch there by Aiden Bontrager to move the sticks for Florida.
Left hash mark of the 39-yard line. The Gators have first down, and Bear is going to hold on to it. Almost taken down. He is taken down there.
Yeah, good tackle there by Nikolai Storm. I believe they're going to credit that a tackle for a loss. And just a great play there by the Bama defense.
2 on right, 1 on left. Keith's with him in the halfback, though. Look at Keith back there swinging out to the left, but we're going for a dart down middle. Great slant. Finds 27 yards. Jeremiah Lucas gets a lot done on that drive.
Yeah, man, guess who? Jeremiah Lucas crosses 200 yards tonight with that catch there. A beautiful play. Bear Michaels and Jeremiah Lucas hooking up there, and just a wonderful play there.
Wonderful play indeed. We've loved what we've seen from Jeremiah Lucas in this game, and his good plays just keep coming through. First down, lining up very close to the goal line, but not quite there just yet. But we don't even need to get to the goal line. We're in the end zone already. It's a touchdown. Another one goes to the Gators.
And just wide open there in the back of the end zone. There's Colin Fletcher, and just a huge play there. A great touchdown there for the Gators. It's a 33-3 ball game.
Good Lord. This is an absolute mud stomping being put down from the Gators. And I guess mud stomp makes sense because they do reside in the swamp, right? But making their way back, the Crimson Tide offense about to hit the field as this return does get put down at the 23.
Yeah, look at the Florida defense. 2 sacks on the game. You know, just a great team game so far by Florida all around, great defense, and of course, great offensive plays as well.
This time, Coulter's looking for a throw, lining back up and way downfield. No way, no way. All it took was one good throw, and that's a touchdown, their first of the game for Austin Oaks.
Yeah, great play there, and look, that's all it took was one. Wind the ball up, load it deep, and just a great play there by Austin Oaks to get Bama on the board. That's their first touchdown of the night, and just a great play to get some momentum in their favor.
We have said it time and time again, Val. A couple good throws from Coulter Thomas could get Bama back in this game. Because, look, I love Booker as much as the next guy, but you keep giving the same ball to the same guy. I mean, Florida's going to know what you're doing. It's time to change it up a little bit, and look what changing it up did. Amazing stuff right there. Let's see if we can find more as the third quarter continues on. 2 minutes left, and the Gators got their hands back on the ball yet again. Running upfield, Keith Smith does find 24 yards.
And Bama trying to find their way back into this game. 23-point lead now for the Gators, and hopefully their defense can, get another stop.
First down for the Florida Gators, the left hash mark of the 26-yard line. Let's see what they can do. Handoff towards Keith Smith, but look at that middle linebacker just running upfield.
And a great play by the Bama defender there, and Deuce Haynes on the tackle, and a nice stop after a gain of 1.
2nd and 9. 2 receivers on right. Bears looking for a throw, and that's a good toss downfield and pushed down. That's Stacy Smith for a 12-yard reception.
And she fought for every single inch right there, pushing forward to move the chains for the Gators.
Love to see that aggressive battle for power. The Florida Gators are not done with this game just yet. There are more points to be found. There's more game to be played. There's no stopping the Gators. Another first down from Victor. Look at them go, man.
Yeah, we mentioned this earlier, right? It's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight and the dog. Victor Acuna, 5'7", 160 in a nice game.
Well, this might not be much of a dogfight, more of a mammoth fight with Bear Michaels on the field. Another handoff for Keith Smith does pick up a first down. Great look for the Gators as they line back up on the ball. 2 receivers on each side, and Bear looking for a target here. Good amount of pressure in the pocket, forces him to throw it away quick, and it goes towards Colby Coffey for 9.
Yeah, he's had a solid game tonight, too. 7 catches for 71 yards and a nice 9-yard gain there. He gets absolutely blown up there by Xander Freeman.
Good look for the Gators indeed. Up 23 points still. And Bama looking to get their way back in, but I don't know how they treat this game. I mean, I just got to hope the defense gives them enough time on the break as Barry Michaels tries to run upfield, but look at that put down right before the first down was found.
Yeah, only a short game there, and just a great play by the defender there. I believe Xander Freeman able to fight back on that 285-pound quarterback.
2 on left side, 1 on right. Bears going to hold on to it, though, and run right upfield for a first down. The Gators are going to get those chains moving.
Hey, if it doesn't work the first time, try it again one more time. That time it worked for him. Nikolai Storm on the stop for his 11th tackle of the game.
And back on the field yet again. Look at Bear go. Good throw towards Jeremiah Lucas. Yet again, reliable player doing a phenomenal job here. 2nd and 2.
Yeah, he's up to 216 yards on the night, and if he keeps gaining, he could be, reaching the top of that Florida State record book, or that Florida record book, excuse me.
And third quarter is over. 33 points on the board for the Gators and 10 for the Crimson Tide. They just found their first touchdown, but they've got to find a couple more to get in line with the Gators. Let's see if they can make it happen as we go to a quick break, and back we are. Back on the field yet again. Fourth quarter, folks. Fourth quarter is where we're at, and the ball's in hands of Barrett Michaels for the Florida Gators. Good throw off the right side, but not quite complete.
And over on Twitch, we have a 66-yard touchdown pass to Bob McRoberts as LSU is going to go up 41-37 with 6:50 left in the game.
Sounds like a banger over there on the Twitch, but a bit of a banger happening here on the YouTube as well. Good. That's a good handoff there to Keith Smith on the left side. 8-yard found.
And a nice delayed handoff there on the draw play. Keith Smith having a really solid game. 68 yards on the night, and Deuce Haynes on the stop.
3 receivers on the right side, and Bears looking for one of them, but a lot of pressure in the pocket is going to have him taken down. Lost 8 yards on that.
And that's the freshman 3-star corner, DeAndre Jackson. He just comes in off the blitz and levels Bear Michaels.
That's not an easy job either. I mean, he definitely caught Bear looking a little top heavy and just aimed high, and down low was where Bear went. But 2nd and 18 is where we're at, just shy of a goal line. I mean, it might as well be goal line at this point. Hand off to Keith Smith, runs upfield and finds a good 4 yards.
I want to look back at this last play real quick. We talked about DeAndre Jackson and Bear Michaels. That is a 100-pound difference on the tail of the tape. DeAndre Jackson, 185 pounds to Bear's 285.
Ball in hand yet again for Bear. A lot of pressure in the pocket. Forces him to throw downfield. Cody Gonzalez picks it up for 12 yards. And we're getting close. But can we get it in there? 4th and 2. Looks like the Gators are going to play it safe and go for a field goal.
I definitely do not mind this.
I don't either, because Annie Range has been very, very reliable when it comes to these kicks, whether it's a PAT, whether it's a field goal. Annie Range has had a good game so far. So I love to see that coming from her. And now we're getting the ball back towards the Crimson Tide. And if they can make something happen just like they did a little bit ago, I don't know. I mean, I'd love to see Crimson Tide creep their way towards where the Gators sit right now on the scoreboard.
And I think they know now that they can rely on that passing game with that deep shot last drive. Let's see if they go back to it, though.
And 1st down, looking for a throw. A lot of protection in the pocket. Gives him a lot of room to work with, but the throw was not complete. Just a tad bit too high.
Yeah, just sails that one out of bounds, but live to see another down.
Lives to see another down. 2 receivers on each side. Coulter Thomas looking for one of them. Good slant route down the middle. Lets Austin Oaks pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, he came off that one-play drive with a big catch for the touchdown. He's getting started here early on this one.
And lining up back on the ball. 7 from Bama on the line of scrimmage. A lot of pressure in the pocket. Coulter Thomas is sacked for 8. Good Lord.
And he's brought down there by the generational talent, Buck Wild, with his first sack of the night. And we haven't called his name a lot, but a big impact there.
Big impact indeed. The Gators coming alive in the 4th quarter. This game is not over. Do not give Alabama any room to breathe. Keep your foot buried on their throats as this game continues on. 7 minutes left in the 4th quarter. And Bama lining up on the ball. Coulter Thomas looking for a pass yet again. Able to find Jermaine Wise on the left side, but only picks up 3 yards.
Yeah, makes this 3rd and long just a bit shorter. Over on Twitch, we have a 6-yard touchdown run for Falcon Chestnut, and the Vols take a 44-41 lead on LSU with 5:19 left in the game.
Looking for a throw on the left. Booker Travis gets the reception off. 7 yards found, but 7 yards needed for a 1st down. This is probably going to be a punt.
Yeah, 6:50 left in this game. I would have liked to see him go for it, being down 26 and all, but, it's safe. Your defense has done well enough so far tonight, forcing a lot of 3-point field goals out of Florida, and, maybe they come out and get you another stop and get this ball back quickly.
There's also been a lot of near interceptions for the Bama defense, too. I think if they can just get their hands on the ball during some of these throws, I mean, Bear has been throwing the ball a lot. Let's keep our hands on it if we get the chance to, and maybe we can make a stop happen. But no stop happening today. Keith Smith runs up the right side for 15.
And a great lane there. He's got a stiff arm a defender. Look at this replay here. Solid lane, good blocks up front. Lays the stiff arm and a nice gain there on 1st down to move the chains.
I love how Keith, he's so good at reading how quickly, you need to be to find these lanes. And he read it quick. He ran upfield, did exactly what he needed to do. This time, the run game being handled by the Bear himself. But the ball's fumbled. Who's going to pick it up? That's a turnover going to Bama. Great D.
And a great play there by the Bama defense. Peyton Lang picking that one up, and a good break that they're going to find here. Bear Michaels takes it himself. Nikolai Storm coming in laying the hit there, and just a great play by every Bama defender on the field. And they're getting the ball back here with 6:15 left to go. They got to make something happen.
Two receivers on the right side, one on left, and Coulter's lined up on the line of scrimmage. Booker runs up to block, and a throw downfield. Jay just slaps down one, but gets put down by another. 8 yards found.
Yeah, he's had a really good game tonight. 6 catches for 92 yards. He's getting close to that century mark.
And let's see if this next play could be the pass of the century for Jay. In the meantime, we'll be focusing on the line of scrimmage. 7 bodies line up there, with Coulter Thomas being one of them. Got his hands on the ball. Great slant found for Austin Oaks.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good game as well. He's going to move the chains here for Bama, but if you're Bama, every tick of the clock, your chances go down, so you got to be on go mode for the rest of the game.
2 on right side, 1 on left. And Bama trying to utilize what little time is left in this game to get their way back in, but interception fouled for the Gators. That's a turnover.
And a great play there by Tyrone White, getting that pass there over the middle, straight to his hands. You see he just reads the quarterback's eyes really well, picks that one off, and Florida gonna catch a break here after that fumble from Bear Michaels. A great play there by the Florida defense.
And the Gators back on the field, the offense. Wait a minute, Bear is holding on to this one, runs upfield, finds 6 yards. Bear is not afraid of contact.
Yeah, even after that fumble, he's going to take that one there. He's just going to build some confidence back up. Nikolai Storm with his 13th tackle of the game.
Built like a tank with a Ferrari engine. Bear Michaels' run game has been phenomenal so far, but this time we're hanging off to Keith Smith, who runs up the right side, 4 yards found. First down for Florida Gators.
And he's had a great game tonight. Moves the chains there for Florida.
3 receivers on the right side yet again. Bear could be swinging this out, but we're handing it off to Keith Smith yet again. Runs upfield, finds 5 yards.
Yeah, solid 5-yard gain. He's almost up to the century mark as well. He's got 14 carries, and I imagine they're going to go back to him as much as possible on this drive and drain some clock.
Lining up on yet again. Bear's going to hold on to this one. Run up left side. Put down right after the first down was achieved.
Yeah, and he gets absolutely leveled there on that play. Just a good play there by Nikolai Storm on the outside for that hit.
I don't know if you heard, but Nikolai's on the field. He said, "Timber!" Down goes Bear, but Victor trying to run upfield. He gets put down in the backfield, though. Lost 4 yards.
Yeah, great tackle for loss there by Lucien Nestor. And Victor, he's had a pretty solid game out of the backfield as well. I didn't expect to see him, running the football as much, but, a great aspect to this offense.
3 on the right side. Bear is looking for a target. Quick dump down the middle and isn't complete.
And it's caught there by Colby Coffey. Makes this third down a bit shorter. Third and manageable here for the Florida Gators.
2 receivers on the right side, 2 on the left. Bears looking for a target way downfield. Almost got intercepted, and yet again, the Bama defense cannot keep their hands on the ball.
Yeah, a great play there by KJ Jones. Going to force a punt here for the Gators, and Bama's going to get this ball back with a chance.
I love how they're still playing it safe, even though they're up like 26 points. They're still going to punt. They're not going to dare go for a fourth conversion. They're just going to punt it away. As the Crimson Tide offense lines back up yet again with 2 receivers on the right. They're on the 20-yard line exactly. And look where Coulter is, looking for a throw. A lot of pressure in the pocket, but he's still able to get one off to Jay Rezor. And there's that century mark we talked about earlier.
Yeah, he crosses that century mark over on Twitch. Maybe a 5-yard touchdown run by Kelby Fulton. That's his second of the night. Tennessee extends their lead to 51-41 over LSU with 2:09 left in the game.
And great job from the Florida Gators so far. Will this defense continue to stay alive as we are 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter? Great throw out to Booker. Travis on the left side does find 6 yards.
Yeah, Bama's got to be on go mode, though. They have 3 minutes left and a lot of ground to cover.
On go mode is the name of the game, but how much farther can you go if you're Bama with 3 minutes left on the clock? They all do have 3 timeouts, though. Booker Travis couldn't quite find any yardage on that run.
Yeah, nice tackle there by Evelyn DeJesus for her second for loss there. 7th tackle on the night, and Booker Travis a bit worn out.
Just a bit, but a little bit of fight left in the Crimson Tide. 3 receivers on left side, and not a lot of protection in the pocket. Forces him to throw away, but it goes towards Marcus Davidson for 2 yards.
Yeah, the walk-on's been heavily involved in this game so far tonight, and they're going to have to go for it here on 4th and 3.
4th down conversion, not going to happen today. Wait a minute, that's a handoff. That was a handoff towards Marcus Davidson, but it didn't work out. I mean, I love the desperate effort considering the circumstances of the game, but yeah, that run game has just been read so much. I don't know if that was the move.
Yeah, I love the aggressiveness, and of course, Evelyn DeJesus comes down with that one as well. Her 3rd tackle for loss of the night, and Bama, Florida could just run the clock out at this point.
They really could. I mean, they could just find a couple first downs and bleed this clock dry and then stay winners of this game by a long shot. I'm not even sure what Bama defense could do to even think about trying to get back in this.
You see that clock bleeding down every second.
Yeah, hopes are not high for the Crimson Tide, and I cannot blame them as the Gators are up 26 with less than 2 minutes left on the clock. You're in the 4th quarter. Keith Smith runs up the left side, able to find 7 yards.
Over on switch with a 37-yard touchdown pass to Lewis Faircloth. That's his 2nd of the night. LSU trying to claw back into it. They trail 51-48 with 1:13 left in the game.
Folks, I got to be honest. If you want a close game, I'd head on over to the Twitch. This is looking like it's wraps. In all honesty, I hate to be so negatively transparent, but that's just how it's looking. I mean, I can't lie to you, folks.
Yeah, Florida looking to kill this clock out.
Can't blame them. That's exactly what they're doing. A lot of run game as Keith Smith runs upfield, looking to stat pad those rushing yards. That's really what's going on here.
Yeah, and I believe that run got him across the century mark. Nikolai Storm stat padding here as well for his 16th tackle of the night.
Hey, Storm, I tell you what, you can say whatever you want about the Bama defense, but Nikolai Storm is probably one of my favorite players over there. I think he's been doing a great job. What he needs to do as a defensive player, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Nikolai Storm is, I feel like I've called a couple of his games. Every time, I believe you were there with me, every time you've called him, he's had a great game.
As we're putting wraps on this game, we're going to put a bow tie on it, wrapping things up. A good spot for Bama once we got towards the second half. They got 10 points on the board, but the Gators just could not have been reached in the stratosphere they achieved. I love to see the game that we just saw from the Gators.
Yeah, the Gators had a great game. A lot of good offensive moments and, of course, defensive moments as well. The Gators came into this one well prepared, and, of course, they get back over 500, 3-3 on the season now, 2-1 in the SEC. Bama's still in search of their first win, but a great game by the Florida Gators.
Well, unfortunately, folks, that is all of our time for today. Thank you to CFSL. Thank you to Austin Crow, Mike Peters for making this happen for us. And most importantly, thank you, viewers, for being here. That being said, we will be over for now, but we'll be back at 8:30 Central for Notre Dame versus Florida State. Don't miss it.